Omizac, all the places. I'm noted from 10 mg everywhere.
And this one?
This one is Pleasure
Okay.
for expectant mothers.
And various other.
Yeah, and various other drugs. This is all, we pack it according to supplier. So this is all from Torrent.
This is all Torrent.
Torrent.
Okay.
That side there we have a product from Novartis.
We want to see how you can be able to help the situation that we are currently in here in Zimbabwe, where people are now having to pay in US dollars at the pharmacies. And if you go to the pharmacies, they are saying that they're having to charge in US dollars because you wholesalers are charging them in wholesaler. I mean in US dollars.
Yes. So, Honourable Minister, welcome to PCD this afternoon. It's a great honour to have you here with us today, and to especially discuss the availability of drugs within the country. What you've alluded to is correct, is that wholesalers have been charging in US dollars to retail pharmacies. And that's really just, in a sense, to make sure that the supply chain remains open. As an industry, I think we have close to we have close to $27 million in outstanding payments to our suppliers. And the supply lines are now really being squeezed. They've been cut in some instances, where the manufacturers are now requesting payments in advance before they even manufacture drugs for Zimbabwe. And that was the main reason why we were looking to charge in US dollars, so that we could keep the supply lines open. However, we're very cognizant of the difficulties that the public is facing with regard to drug availability and the pricing thereof at the pharmacies. The pricing has gone crazy. It's horrendous. We're fully aware of the pricing.
Yeah.
Honourable Minister, thank you very much for touring us and visiting us today at PCD. It is a great pleasure to host you at our premises today. We've taken note of the concerns that government and the population of Zimbabwe have with regard to the pricing and the availability of more to do with the pricing of the drugs at patient level. We've heeded your calls on that, and in regard to that, today as PCD we've decided that we will sell all the stock that we have that you can see here to the pharmacies in Rtgs. We will not be demanding US dollars or any other form of foreign currency from them. We hope that the pharmacies will also pass that benefit or that costing onto the patients to make the product available to the patients at an affordable price. I mean, you're aware of, and I think it's floating on social media, the statement that we released today, and we've shown you today, and we hope that it's taken in the spirit that it's been made. At the same time, we prevail upon the Ministry of Health and Childcare, as well as the Ministry of Finance and the RBZ, to make foreign currency available so that we can keep this stocked to this level within the next couple of weeks. Otherwise, apart from affordability, availability will become a major issue. And we would like you to support us in our endeavors whenever we make application to the banks for foreign currency to be made available to the industry in particular. So that's the statement.
Thank you. So when you say you're going to, you stopped charging in US dollars, that's very good. Thank you for heeding our call on that. But we want to know, when you charge in Rtgs,
yes,
at what level? You're not charging exorbitant
No, we are not.
prices?
We're not charging exorbitant prices at all. We're not using a multiplying factor at all. And what has happened is that our costs have also gone up because some of our services, bond paper, for example, which used to be at whatever price, is now a factor of 10. So some of our service costs, the maintenance of the air cons and whatever, have a multiplier effect pricing. And to recover that, we've added a little bit, but we are not charging we have exorbitant prices. We think the prices are fair.
Okay. Anyway, we would like to really thank you for taking heed of our call to look after the poor who cannot even afford to get US dollars to go to the retailers. So I trust that other wholesalers will follow suit and be able to charge in Rtgs, using Rtgs, local currency, and avoiding the scarcity US dollar. Really that is what our call will remain. Yes, the US dollar might be legal tender, in the currency basket, but it's not available. So we're also going to ensure that the committee which has been set up to look at the allocation of foreign currency will be looking at companies which are not selling in US dollars, to the patients to be allocated accordingly. So it becomes advantageous for those companies who are trading in Rtgs, since they will be able to get an allocation of US dollars, from us when it becomes available. Don't forget the US dollar is very, very scarce at the moment. We can't promise and say that we'll be able to clear your debts in US dollars, in one go. But this is a good start, and this is really highly appreciated. And we want to make sure that we work together well, and that you also advise the retailers who have been buying from you. Should advise them, and we are going to get the list of those retailers, since we now expect them to be selling their product in Rtgs, accept medical aid cards. You've taken heed on the basis that you want the general population of Zimbabwe to be able to survive. It's a survival issue here. No medicines, people die. And you've shown a very, very good, the good side of your company. We are very appreciative of it. And there's quite a lot of stock in here, as I can see. And we hope that you'll be able to continue servicing our population. I can see quite a lot of products, all these products that you have. So we look forward to you maintaining this stance.
Thank you.
And we hope that other companies will really follow suit, other wholesalers. And likewise, we also want the manufacturers to be able to sell. Yes, in Rtgs. Rtgs, medical aid cards, swiping at the retailer level. That's what we want to achieve. So this is a good start. This is a good beginning. Well done.
We expect stock, but we will make sure that there's no hoarding further down the chain. We know what pharmacies have been buying from us over the last 2-3 years or whatever it is in terms of their average monthly consumption. And if all of a sudden you find a pharmacy that was only buying 10 or 20 units now wants to buy 2,000 units, you know that there's something wrong there. Because that's for hoarding rather than servicing the needs of the patient.
At the same time, we would like you to give us a list of all the pharmacies where you sell the stock to, so that we can be able to also keep check.
Yes.
To make sure that they are not selling in US dollars after they've bought the product in Rtgs. We need to make sure that everybody becomes compliant.
Yes, I'm
there
sure.
Won't be any excuse at all.
I'm sure that can be made available from 10 days.
So we need that list. Whoever comes to buy here, let's have that list, and our unit will be able to follow up.
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you. Yes, no, this is good. So So as a result of our call, you now decided that you will not be charging in US dollars for all the product that you have available here.
Our entire product range is invoiced out in RTGs.
Okay.
Imported, local was always local, and product that we sourced from that farm was always in RTGs. It's the imported ones which are the critical meds for chronic medication, chronic cases which were imported are now being also sold in RTGs.
So all the stock that you have is going to be in Rtgs?
Correct.
Okay, now that's good. At least you are showing that you're a patriotic group, which is what we've always been calling for people to realize that, the US dollar is scarce. And we've got so many poor people who cannot afford, to pay in US dollars. And it's not available anyway. So we've also put up, some structures to check on all this. So we're happy because, you are a big supplier of medicines here in Zimbabwe. So people like you, if you're coming on board, we hope everybody comes on board and are able to follow suit, in the same manner as you have done. And then we normalize the situation. And then it also becomes easy for us as government to be able to say, this company we can work with well, and we can be able to allocate foreign currency.